And for royal treatment, save up to $1,000 on king sets. Don't lose sleep. Head to the Snooze or Lose sales event at Raymore and Flanagan, your one-stop shop for a great night's rest.
The Great Comet is the most innovative and the best new musical since Hamilton. The Great Comet is boundlessly inventive and wildly imaginative. The Great Comet is one of the great musicals of the 21st century. The Great Comet redefines the boundaries of musical theater. Are you ready to wake up?
Nassau County Executive Ed Mangano joining county officials holding a briefing on the conditions in Long Island. Let's listen in.
Briefing, Nassau County. You know, obviously we went from beach day to blizzard day here in the county, and we're certainly out there battling the blizzard. You know, certainly road conditions are a concern. Blizzard-like conditions, visibility conditions causing fender benders, which we'll touch on in just a little bit. We do want to remind our residents, if you have a non-life-threatening emergency, please utilize the non-emergency hotline. That's 1-800-315-5153. The non-emergency hotline keeps the 911 system obviously open for real, true life-threatening emergencies. We ask our residents to do that. We obviously have our DPW out in full force and effect today, working very, very hard, plowing, salting. Yesterday, we brined our roads. We started at 7 a.m. yesterday, and that obviously has helped with keeping the black ice down. But this is certainly a storm that creates treacherous road conditions. I do want to mention who we're joined here with, and we are here with Deputy Police Commissioner Patrick Ritter. We're here with our OEM Deputy Commissioner, Jim Kane. We're here with our Deputy County Executive for Public Safety, Chuck Rabando. Our Chief Fire Marshal, Scott Tusa, joins us. Our DPW Commissioner, Sheila Shah. Our Health Commissioner, Dr. Larry Eisenstein. And from the Nassau County Emergency our Animal Coordinator, great guy, Gary Rogers, who I forgot to mention last time, so Gary, get mentioned twice. All right, anyone that has a sheltering problem, you can call our warm bed hotline at 1-866-927-6233. We do remind you, if you are out there shoveling, if you could, shovel around the hydrants, help our volunteer firefighters out. Also, number one, injuries usually involve the snow blowers, with people sticking their hands in the snow blower and trying to clear it. So keep your hands out of the snow blowers. Be very careful if you're wearing gloves. Be very careful if you're clearing the snow blowers. We did have some unusual incidents. We have, and he's going to put it up here, we did have an ambulance fire, and it's being investigated, but you can get a little shot of it over there, which is very odd, and only had like 38,000 miles on it. We do have on the LIE a jackknife tractor trailer, multiple car accident around exit 33, and that's caused a shutdown of the LIE in that area. It's ongoing right now, and we're going to have our Deputy Police Commissioner, Pat Ryder, comment a little bit on this fire that was recently extinguished.
Thank you. We had a 2015 Chevy Braun ambulance that went on fire outside the Island Park Firehouse. It was a relieving point for the ambulance driver. Car was running at the time. She was not in the vehicle during when the truck went on fire. It was currently put out by the firehouse, parked right in front, and then we've now moved it off to our arson and is going to investigate to see what the cause of that fire was.
Thank you, Pat. Does anyone have any questions at this point?
How many accidents total, fender benders and the like?
We have about 19 reported, but there's a lot more if you involve spin-outs and assisted motorists. But there's about 19 to date to this time period, just before this. Stay on top of it, and we will wish it to go away as quickly as it has come, and go back to those beach days instead of these blizzard days. Thank you very much.
And you have been listening to Nassau County Executive Ed Mangano. Definitely want to go back to those beach days, especially on a day like today. Talking about all the treacherous situations that they're dealing with right now. The LIE westbound partially shut down between exits 36 and 34 because of a jackknife tractor trailer. He's urging people to stay off the road so that emergency personnel can get to people in the event of an emergency. Look at this shot.
Yeah.
You know, it's really bad out there.
Yeah, it is really bad. And Lee, as I look out the window here, I'm seeing a lot of wind, and anybody trying to carry an umbrella, it's a fruitless effort out there because it just kind of, you know what happens with an umbrella, it goes inside out.
This is not an umbrella day.
No.
Not at all. And I just want to keep on the theme of Long Island because there is such, you may have to turn up the volume on your TV right now or whatever device you're using because of just the sheer volume of the thunder out there. There is such a lightning show going on with thunder snow on the east end of Long Island. It's got to be snowing at 2 to 3 inches an hour, so we'll check on that. This is the view outside our studios where our crews they're incredible. And this is, I mean, the ideal way to attack this storm, piecemeal, because it's just such a tremendous endeavor once, you start to clean up a foot of snow that's so heavy and wet and waterlogged. We're at 28. Our wind chill's down to 16 degrees right now. The blizzard warning for good measure out on Long Island. We're getting blizzard conditions. We're going to have gusts on the east end over 50 miles per hour. Winter storm warnings going into the early evening hours. In terms of where we are with the storm, we really have a few hours with the brunt of the storm. And once we get into the mid-afternoon, the snow intensities are really going to be tailing off. Some new totals. Check this out. Vernon, we get into some elevation in northwest New Jersey into Sussex County. Vernon, New Jersey, 10 inches. So Mountain Creek, it's super psyched about the skiing conditions after that. Be able to carve up that type of snow. Meanwhile, you look at the Bronx and we're at a half a foot of snow. We're at in Morris County, Marcella coming in at 7 inches. Jefferson Valley, Westchester, that's 950. That's an hour old, so you're pushing probably 8.5 inches there. Officially in Manhattan, now that's a 9:15 reading. I think we're closer to 6.5 or 7 in Central Park, right outside our studios. We're close to that. Half a foot in North Babylon, well on your way to a foot there. Warwick, Orange County, 9.5 inches, but the snow intensity's backing off in Western Orange. It's still snowing pretty heavy in the eastern half of Orange County right now. Mawa's coming in with 4.5, but that was 9 o'clock. So every hour just makes a huge difference with this. And Gravesend coming in with 4 inches. Harrison, New Jersey, same idea. It's Danbury coming in at 6.5. So this 8 to 12 inch swath is really still working out. We definitely have some hot spots that are over a foot. We could push 14 on the east end of the island or parts of Suffolk County, maybe more on the North Shore, then into parts of Connecticut as well. The mixing has lowered totals here in parts of southern Monmouth into Ocean. It's an interesting drive on the Garden State where you go from a foot to maybe 2 inches in the course of 60 miles. But, widespread area getting a huge snowfall. All right, there's what I'm talking about. Look at the Twin Forks. Multiple lightning strikes detected by our AccuTrack on the Twin Forks from Orient Point now down to Montauk as the storm intensifies offshore. There's still some rain mixing in on the South Fork, but that'll go over to snow. We still have some heavy bands off to the west, but meanwhile, look what's going on in Delaware Water Gap. We're starting to see the back edge of the snowfall begin to rotate in. This is a great tool called Snow Machine with our AccuTrack, and when you see the reds, you've got the higher snow rates. 1 to 2 inches an hour here over Nassau, and definitely near where some of the lightning is. The thing is the precipitation type is in question here on the Twin Forks, but if we're mixing with snow, it's got to be coming down really heavy. And then there's a stripe right near the thruway, and that's from about Mawa up to Ramapo. I mean, right into eastern half of Orange County. Snowing to beat the band right over Orange County as well. There's our storm center, and I could actually update its position. It's moved a little farther off to the north and east, and as it does, it pulls that back edge closer to the coastline, but it also has to pivot over us. So Long Island and Connecticut, maybe even parts of New York City, will be in that pivot point for a while for the next few hours with some of the heaviest snowfall. But I really think 11:30 to noon, we're going to see the heaviest snowfall move more into Connecticut and Long Island, maybe still in parts of Westchester and into Queens and Bronx. But what a big difference by 2 or 3 in the afternoon as the snow shield begins to fall apart and the focus shifts to New England, and we just have the cold winds on the backside coming in and wind chills dropping down through the teens. So the brunt of the storm is now through the early afternoon hours. The snow is ending from west to east 1 to 5. The widespread 8 to 14 with the lower amounts to the south. But at least for now, incredible snowfall rates. The visibility is going to zero in many spots. It's everything it was cracked up to be and more. And right now, Long Island definitely starting to take it on the chin. Diane and Charlene, back to you for now.
Okay.
That thunder snow.
I'm thinking if I'm in the North Fork, I'm hiding under the bed.
Absolutely.
That's exactly right.
If you
Or at
hear
least the
thunder
dog's
snow,
there.
please
Hunker
go to
down.
our Facebook pages and tell us what it's like to experience it and send us some photos as well.
Yeah, we did a Facebook Live on the walk to work. It's pretty amazing what's going on. I mean, it's a heavy snowstorm or blizzard or Christmas morning. It's the only things that really quiet down New York City like this.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So true.
Exactly.
Okay, we want to go to Marcus Solis, who is out in Nanuet. He's been out there for the past couple of hours for us. We appreciate it, Marcus.
No problem, guys. And you know, one of the first hits when we came here, one of the first things we saw was people walking in the street getting off a bus. That is the last bus we saw, and now we're getting word that bus service in Rockland County, Transport of Rockland, and the Tappan Zee Express suspended. So no bus service because the road conditions, you can see, are pretty treacherous. The visibility is poor, and even though they are doing a good job of plowing, this is Route 59 here in Nanuet, and there looks like there's a plow just making the turn there and going to be heading this way. It is still coming down pretty heavily, and it just builds right back up, and it really is making for some treacherous travel. There's an incline a little bit further up, about a quarter mile up the way, and we've seen some cars struggle to get past that. And so bus service has been suspended in the suburban areas, just like New York City yesterday. School was canceled yesterday, so there's not a concern there. The kids enjoying a snow day, but you see this plow coming down here, trying to clear Route 59. Now, earlier we'll show you some video of a guy we saw. This is one way to get around. He is loving it. He's out on an ATV, not exactly street legal, but he was cruising around there and getting some fun in the parking lots there, trying to enjoy the snowfall. But the only vehicles we've really seen out here are those commercial plow operators clearing the parking lots here, and then also shoveling the storefronts, trying to keep that clear so that when the snow finally lets up, they will be able to get those businesses up and running. But for the most part, people staying off the roads. Really, 59 is a busy road here in Rockland County. As we come back, we can see that there are really just not a lot of vehicles out there. People heeding the warning, and they are staying off the roads. Visibility poor, and when the wind whips up, it really cuts down your ability to see. Guys, back to you.
All right, Marcus, it's good to hear that people are staying off the roads. That is a good thing. That's what we've been trying to tell people all morning long. So thank you for that. People not staying off the roads in Bayside, Queens.
Not so
where
much.
we've seen Tim Fleischer, a major intersection where he is, Northern and Bell Boulevard. We see cars behind you, Tim.
Yes, that's true. They're out. They've been out all morning long here. You can see a good many of them. Despite the fact that the road conditions are not the greatest. I mean, you can see how deep the snow is out there. And again, plows have been through here several times today already since we've been here. But again, it's just snowing so hard and so fast at this point that they just can't keep up. Let me talk to you for a few minutes about one thing you're not going to notice out here right now are buses. And the mass transit is an issue. You're supposed to take mass transit. That is the suggestion. But again, there are 20% fewer buses out on the roads today as a result of this storm. Now, I've also learned that 11 buses have become stranded on Staten Island and 4 became stranded in Manhattan. They all had to be towed at that point. So again, in some cases, like Staten Island, where they have much hillier terrain, those buses are more apt to get stuck that way in this heavy snow. So again, take that into consideration. Give yourself some extra time if you're out waiting for a bus. And there are 4 bus stops right here, and people are hunkered down in the shelters, and they've been that way all day, all morning long. So people are trying to get out. They're trying to get to work if they possibly can. But again, there are fewer buses, and you're going to notice that right away. Back to you guys.
Okay, Tim, and I'm seeing that person hunker down in that shelter right behind you over your shoulder there, and that's got to be a pretty miserable place to be for any length of time, even though you are kind of sheltered a bit there.
Very much so. She's even got an umbrella. I've heard you all talk about how little use an umbrella is at this point. If you have a hood, you're okay, but if you're trying to work an umbrella, because the winds are still pretty stiff out here, and I've seen some people with umbrellas and just have them turned back out again. So it's really kind of a useful tool, a useless tool today.
Yeah, Tim, I know you've covered.
Find out.
Oh, grab that guy. See what he.
Go ahead.
Do you want? Oh, well, I was going to say you've covered a lot of snowstorms.
Hey, can I talk to you for a second?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What do you think of the snow? Are you getting around?
Yeah, it's hard to get around, but I'm making it.
Are you on your way to work?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Did you think at some point that maybe you wouldn't be able to get to work?
Yeah, I thought that it would be too much, that the accumulation would be too much for me to get around in, but I'm making it, fortunately.
Are you going to take a bus?
Yes, I'm going to go to 27 right now.
Okay. Now, you know there are fewer buses out on the road, so you might have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, and in this weather, that's unfortunate.
You're dressed for it. You look good, so.
Yeah, I got a lot of layers on.
And you got your boots on, too.
Yeah.
Good. All right, get to work safe.
All right,
Take
thanks
care.
a lot.
Thank you. So there you go. People trying to get out. They do have to take mass transit, and it's going to be an issue. So, you know, think about it. I'm looking for another bus, maybe. No, again, it's been a while since I've seen a bus, so it's been a good 10 minutes maybe. So it's not a pleasant wait out here. Back to you guys.
Covered so many of these snowstorms. Does it surprise you so many people are out on the roads?
Yes, and yes and no. I mean, you know, around here, people will get in their cars and drive in the worst conditions. I don't know why, but they do. As I say, and others will tell me that, well, I got to go. I've got to either get to work or I have a business and I've got to get there and open up. So they really don't have a choice. But they seem to be taking it slow. They're not rushing in any way. I've not seen a lot of cars slipping and sliding around here this morning. So they're clearly. The conditions are such that they're having to use a little more caution than perhaps they normally would. But I'm amazed at, as I say, if you look out on the roadway here at this intersection, you can see how deep that snow is, and the plows have pushed it out of the way and it's come back up again. So it's not the easiest stuff, and it's wet, and it's not easy to turn, especially when you make these turns like these drivers are here.
Yeah, it's wet and it's very, very heavy, Tim. Tim, actually, we're looking at some live video from Facebook Live. This is in Queens, and I believe this is Mayor de Blasio's cell phone that he might be using to do Facebook Live. He's moving around the community here and showing us what the conditions are in Queens.
Yeah, and he actually got out of the car a moment ago, so it looks like he's taking a check of how the roads are doing and kind of driving through some of the neighborhoods, because, you know, Queens, there have been questions in the past about how quickly they've been able to get the roads cleared in Queens. So it may be that the mayor is kind of out right now spotting things and trying to see how the snowplow crews are doing in some areas that have been questionable areas in the past.
Yeah. Very, very interesting to see this Facebook Live feed here from the mayor, Mayor de Blasio. And he continues to drive through, and we're looking at the little side streets there. Those are always the trickiest, those side streets.
That one's plowed.
Yes, and you can see a plow down the block there.
Yeah.
So they're out there. They're working hard, and they're trying to make sure that these roads are safe. But as Tim was telling us, there's not a lot of buses running. And a lot of these people have no choice. They have to get to work. So a lot of them are ready to just kind of stand there at the bus stop and wait until a bus finally arrives. So it's a tough day.
So we want to head from New York and back over to New Jersey because we've got Anthony Johnson. He's out in Road Cam 7. TC is behind the wheel, and I know you guys are driving careful out there, being very safe. Tell TC, precious cargo, precious cargo.
Hey, Diana, we're okay. You know, the interesting thing, we went north on 287. For the most part, just look at the roadway. It's completely empty now. We did hear that they were dealing with cleanup up out here, so this may be why it's so empty. We just started to see a couple of cars going in the southbound direction. We're in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey, but you can see conditions out here. You know, as quickly as they plow, you get a little slickness on the road pretty quickly, and then it starts to build up once again. So this storm is still bringing snow to this area that is still very treacherous out here on the roadways. For the most part, what we have seen is delivery services out here working. And we talked about the UPS workers. Now you might see a couple of cars now starting to come up one right beside us. Looks like a guy that's probably been out here plowing. You see another tow truck or a plow truck on the other side, but not a lot of traffic out here on 287 at this hour. But even when a car passes by you, it kicks up a little bit of dust, a little bit of that snow, so that makes conditions even worse out here on the roads. But it does not take a long time for the roads to be recovered with this very slick and wet snow. I got out this morning and I decided to clean off my cars. It wasn't that the snow was very deep, but it was very, very heavy. So it is a difficult snow to move if you're going to start shoveling in a little while once the snow stops. But the way it's coming down right now, you can see conditions out here on the road. Visibility, I would say that's maybe just several hundred yards. TC, he's driving. Cars disappear in front of us and they look like they just are gone all of a sudden. That's how the visibility is out here on the roadway. But once again, we're looking at 287 going northbound. We would be heading more toward the New York border if we continued to go probably another 20-25 miles in this direction. But you can see this roadway completely empty. We have seen a couple of spin outs along the way as we were driving. We did see a pizza delivery guy. He spun out for a little while, but we did see him catch up to us a little bit later on. So whoever was ordering that pizza will probably be a little cold, possibly even frozen. Now on the other side of the roadway, we're seeing an emergency vehicle at this point. They did say 287. They were doing everything they can. That's the state police basically leading a convoy of vehicles as they make their way in the opposite direction. We're now moving into the town of Mahwah on Road Cam 7, and once again, as you can see right in front of us going in our direction, which is northbound, absolutely zero traffic, which is a good thing. A few cars on the other side as we're passing by, but they were led by a convoy of state troopers. It's difficult driving out here for anybody and everybody, as we've been telling you repeatedly. Please stay off the roads. Let the guys get out here. Let them clean the roads. Let them take care of these roads because conditions are very, very icy, very, very slick. Let them go ahead and do that throughout the rest of this day and just hold off on doing anything, particularly out in these areas, remote northern New Jersey. Wait until tomorrow to go out here and to take care of any business possible. It's not as busy as obviously as we saw with Tim over there in Queens, but certainly out here in New Jersey, most people do have to drive, so do stay off the roads. Ladies, back to you. We're driving along.
Still got a few more hours of snow left there. Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, about 10 inches of snow there. So in and around New York City, closing in on double-digit snowfall amounts. Middletown and Orange County, about 11 inches there. Check out our high-resolution futurecast through the early to middle part of the afternoon. So basically in 15 minutes, 1:15, you see the back edge of the snowfall. This is capturing it pretty well over central parts of New Jersey, right over central Morris County. You're getting the heaviest snow by far, eastern half of Long Island. As we head towards, say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it still could be flaking in and around New York City, just some very light, non-accumulating snow. I think you're still getting accumulating snow at that point over Suffolk County on the island. And the wind will not be slackening off during the afternoon at all. In fact, it may peak out around 2 or 3 o'clock onto eastern Long Island. So that's where you may actually get your blizzard conditions verified in that area. You see by 6:15 this evening, so right around dinner time, no snow in and around the city into western Long Island. Maybe still some light snow, non-accumulating snow going on off to the east. Futurecast wind gusts showing that wind shifting more into a westerly direction, and that will push all these snow bands offshore. So again, recapping, it's a general 8 to 12 inch snowfall. It's starting to wind down, especially from New York City and points west. Again, a foot or more likely when it's all said and done. You've already gotten a foot in some spots onto eastern Long Island. So be careful out there. Stay in if you can. Follow the recommendations of your local and state officials. Bill and Liz, back over to you.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much and good afternoon. Once again to you, I'm Liz Cho along with Bill Ritter. We are taking over for David Navarro and Charlene Allicott. And as Jeff just said, snow, it's winding down here in New York City and points west. A good situation as we continue to bring you live coverage of this snowstorm here in our area.
But as Jeff also said, we're getting the worst of it. They're getting the worst of it on the east end of Long Island. Just looking at a text sent out by the town of Southampton, the supervisor out there, Jay Schneiderman, declaring a state of emergency as of 12 noon and lasting through the afternoon into the early evening, as you saw with Jeff. And this is, in fact, is that Nassau Police or Suffolk County Police? I can't. White beer snow off there. I can't
quite
see it.
read it.
But anyway, that is somewhere on Long. I'm sorry.
That's in New Jersey.
It's neither Suffolk or Nassau. It's in New Jersey. And as you see, the roads are slippery. Looks like an accident up there and some sort of truck blocking the road there. Lots of accidents in the afternoon, in the morning and into the afternoon here in New Jersey and Connecticut. Just stay off the roads still if you don't have to until we can get all this
For the first time now, at this point in the day, we are really starting to see blacktop on a lot of these roads. The worry now is the temperature is going to start to drop, and there is going to be a quick refreezing of all of that slushy snow that still remains.
As you see there, 28 degrees, so that's what it means. Yesterday, all day and all night, Lee Goldberg was talking about how the real problem is going to be the icing tonight and tomorrow morning, and if you don't get the snow off your stoop and off your steps and off your sidewalks, you're going to be dealing with shoveling ice later today and tomorrow.
Yeah, we want to go ahead and check in with Marcus Solis. He's in Inuit. Marcus, last time we checked in with you, we're really not seeing blacktop quite yet in your area, but it does seem like the snow is slightly winding down.
For sure, Liz, we're one of those points west of the city, and so for the last hour or so, that heavy driving, accumulating snow is pretty much done. I mean, we were seeing those 2 to 3 inch an hour rates in the early part of the morning, but now it is just kind of blowing around snowflakes. And there is a little bit of blacktop here on Route 59. Certainly not all 3 lanes of travel, but the most heavily traveled one, the left lane there, is down to the blacktop. We have seen plows coming by regularly, and imagine that it will just continue to improve as the afternoon goes on and the snow shuts down. However, it is not entirely it does not mean that it's entirely smooth sailing. It is still treacherous. You see a car making an illegal U-turn there, and he slid out a little bit. There was an accident on Route 59 earlier, and at the height of it, we saw buses and cars struggling to get up a hill about a quarter mile or so up the road here. It's a slight incline, and it was definitely made for some treacherous travel, and that is why the Rockland County Executive has issued a state of emergency, remains in effect, because they do want to keep these roads free of vehicles so that the plow operators can get their job done. Non-essential travel is prohibited. There isn't even mass transit at this point. Rockland, the Tappan Zee Express and the Transport of Rockland, those bus services have been suspended as the wind picks up. And bus travel in Westchester County has also been suspended until conditions improve and until the roadways improve. And you've heard about it. They're urging people to still stay off the road, even once the weather improves, because that is the time that the crews can get the most work done, because it's not going to be reaccumulating at that point. They can get the bulk of the snow removed. And so it is important that even after the weather improves, people stay off the roads, give those crews a chance to operate. And we should mention that this is one lane of travel that's in good shape on a state road, on a busy road, on a more traveled road. Certainly the secondary roads, the side streets, those are going to be much more messy, sloppy, and treacherous. Guys?
Treacherous, Marcus, because it's going to freeze over. Marcus Solis in Nanuet. We want to go now from Rockland County over to Staten Island, where Josh Einiger, all bundled up in a different version of Road Cab 7. He's in the Graniteville section of that borough, and you're all bundled up. What's it like outside, Josh?
Yeah, well, Bill, I'm going to switch you over to the front camera so we can show you what's going on here on the roads. We're basically on the service road, blacktop. Yeah, they're doing a great job here on Staten Island, as you can see here. I think we're about to get on to the Staten Island Expressway, so we're going to show you really what the expressway looks like. I'm sort of assuming it's going to look like this or better, since it looks like this where we are now. Not a lot of traffic, as you can see, as we pull onto the Staten Island Expressway. We're now heading eastbound towards the Verrazano Bridge. We're in the Graniteville section of Staten Island right now. And as you can see, people really are heeding the advice of the mayor and other city officials to stay off the roads. I mean, the DOT has done an amazing job on those side streets and, of course, up here on the Staten Island Expressway as well. You know, about 6 to 8 inches from what I could tell when we got into the truck a little while ago to drive around, and we're going to keep checking out the conditions here on Staten Island, where we are live this afternoon. Josh Einiger, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Bill?
Hey, Josh, one quick question for you. I know that you're on the Staten Island Expressway right now. Earlier today, when we heard Mayor de Blasio talking, as well as the commissioner of the city sanitation department, they were kind of touting these smaller vehicles that they said that they're using on some of the smaller streets, especially on Staten Island. As you guys have been driving through the neighborhoods there. Have you seen any of these Holsters or any of these skid steers that they have been talking about?
We're actually on our way to a neighborhood now, Liz, where I'm expecting we're going to see that type of activity. But we'll show you the roads now. Actually, there's a sanitation truck here that is plowing in the left lane of the Staten Island Expressway. So the big guys are out, as you can see here, that we're about to pass here on the side of 278. You know, it's funny. Last year, when that big blizzard hit, you know, North Queens got a lot of attention for the huge problems in the small, very hilly neighborhoods there, Kew Gardens and Maspeth and neighborhoods like that, Astoria, and that's they bought those trucks that you were talking about, Liz. They spent a little bit more than $20 million to buy those trucks. They're like big pickup trucks, but they're also deploying them, as you say, here on Staten Island, where there are similar neighborhoods. According to the sanitation commissioner, as of maybe about 2 hours ago, they'd already been making pretty good progress, and we will let you know how they do when we see it for ourselves. But as you can see here, of course, the main roads, the Staten Island Expressway, is just wet. Having said that, the temperature continues to drop, so they are saying that you should stay off the roads, because obviously they haven't necessarily put down the salt that might protect it from refreezing. Once it's already wet, it's sort of hard to do that. So when it gets cold enough, it could get treacherous yet again out here.
So let me play dad for a second, Josh. 28 degrees. Tell your driver to slow down, get a little distance between there. And yes, clear off the ice from the bottom of the windshield there. That's the law and all that. And I know you know
yes.
it. I know you know it.
Yes, caught.
That's it.
Caught. We gotta, you know what?
The whole world is watching.
We gotta do a better job of that. I know, the whole world is watching. So actually, maybe if you have a second, maybe I'll show you what we are doing here.
Okay.
I've got this little joystick.
Okay.
And so this is one of our trucks. It's a little bit different from the usual RoadCam 7 unit that we have, and I can sort of flip to this front camera, and what I can do actually is sort of, excuse me for a second here.
Clean the windshield too?
There's photographer John Lyles. There's photographer John Lyles, and here's a little light that you can't really see, and that's actually the camera that is showing what's out the window, but this camera is, I guess, only optimized to show me, so I'm going to put it back here. Okay. And that's what we got here in this little RoadCam 7 unit. It's really one of our Eyewitness News vans, and we're on our way now to see where we are headed next. So we will let you know when we see those trucks and other conditions in those small neighborhoods.
Good.
The all-important tertiary streets, the word we only break out in on days like this.
Of course, definitely. All right, we got to see all the toys that RoadCam 7 has. All right. Thanks so much, Josh Einiger and John Lyles on Staten Island. Mayor was saying earlier today that he felt pretty good about tomorrow morning's commute because of the fact that we got this snow in such a quick dumping that it was going to give the city enough time to kind of clear away the streets throughout the afternoon while those temperatures continue to drop.
And you can't underestimate the fact that they very early on, at 6:32 last night, they put out the word schools would be closed.
Yes.
Once that happens, that's really the key. 1.1 million public school students, another 400,000 or so private school students. That just sets forth a whole domino effect because parents then have to make different child care arrangements. A lot of people don't go to work. It changes everything. Get that done early. People knew they were going to stay home and not be on the roads.
Right, and the mayor has already said, plan for school tomorrow.
He said that.
Plan for school tomorrow. It's not 100%, but he did say plan for school tomorrow.
Exactly.
So kids, you heard it right there.
From the mayor himself, and he says, as a dad myself. Tim Fleischer continues our coverage. He's in Bayside, Queens, where last I saw you, Tim, it looks a little clearer now, a lot of flurries, but it was almost whiteout conditions when I saw you as I was getting ready to come on the air here earlier.
Yes, it was. I mean, it was sideways. That was the only way to put it. It was blowing like crazy. But it's picked up a little bit now, just as of late. I think I heard Lee even say that we were going to get or Jeff rather, that we were going to get a little blast coming down from southern Westchester, the Bronx, and into parts of Queens. So we're seeing some of that. I'm going to show you right now, though, the tough love of a snowstorm. And this is what happens. You got to clear some things out. You've got to shovel and you clear sidewalks and you push it out into the street. That is not a good thing, and it will cost you. It will cost you big time. We were talking to a plow operator before who did some of this. He came by the truck just a little while ago and showed me a $300 ticket. Now, that's not only for the private plow guys, but also the homeowner as well. If you push that stuff out into the street, especially into those tiny streets, And there are sanitation officers who patrol the city, and they will catch you. I guarantee it, they will catch you. And that's a $300 fine, and that goes for everybody. So do not push the snow out into the street. I know you're gonna say, well, Tim, you know, what do we do with it? Well, you got to find a way to put it someplace. On the front yard, I put it on top of your car, I don't care. It doesn't matter. But you cannot throw it out into the street. Now, the sanitation department has been mobilizing out here all day long. Sometimes we've seen 3 trucks work in tandem, especially when they were starting to head up Bell Boulevard. You could see, we're not quite seeing the pavement right there, but they're going to hit these major arteries over and over and over again to try to get them cleared up and to try to get traffic movable and passable for rush hour tomorrow. Reporting live in Bayside, Tim Fleischer, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Passable tomorrow, that's really the key. We're going to go back to New Jersey, where you're seeing that accident is still there in this picture. So that's what it's like in New Jersey. Another reason to get off the road. You see all those trucks off the side. I don't know why they're there, but maybe they're just heeding the warning
just taking
not
a
to
moment.
Travel. Yeah.
Exactly. And as Jeff Smith was saying earlier, that we're really starting to see the snow wind down in New York City points west. However, on Long Island, that's not necessarily the case, and that's where Kristen Thorne is. She is in Dix Hills for us. Yes. Kristen, how are things there? Still looking pretty bad there.
Yeah, Liz and Bill, it's still bad. I mean, I know I just heard Josh talking about blacktop. That's nice. We're not going to see that out here on Long Island for a very, very long time. I also want to bring everyone up to date. More than 22,000 power outages now on Long Island. We started this morning. See, there it goes, whipping up all that wind. We started this morning, I think, with maybe 100 or 19. I mean, it was low, and now we're up to 22,000. Most of those, more than half, out in Southold. Let's show you the LIEs. We've been showing you all morning, all afternoon here. Really, you're going to see some cars come here, but obviously we're seeing traffic pick up. See, here's someone not driving with their lights on. I know I've been talking about this all day, but I feel very strongly about it because I almost got in an accident with someone this morning who didn't have their lights on. These are whiteout conditions, people. If you need to go out, you have to turn your lights on your car, or people cannot see you coming. Anyway, back here at the LIE, here, you got the plows coming right on time. Look at that, a whole army of them, and we've been seeing them go up and down the roadways here. So they're trying to keep up. I know you're talking, I hear it, talking about it winding down in places this storm. It is not winding down here. It is still very, very strong, coming down strong. We know the governor is on his way out. He'll be speaking here at 2 o'clock. He's coming out just to give us an update what's going on here on Long Island. In terms of closing the LIE, I don't think that's really going to happen. I think that this is a manageable storm. I mean, you certainly don't want to go out if you don't have to, but we've seen worse. This is not the worst storm we've ever had. So we do expect the governor to give an update, though, on the highways and the roads coming up at 2 o'clock. For now, we're live in Dix Hills. I'm Kristen Thorne, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, you're talking about you being the mom about all this, keeping on your lights. It's the law. If you have your wipers on, you got to turn on your lights as well. Law in New York State, anyway, and it's a good law.
Yes, you got to turn your lights on. I was trying to make a left this morning, and a guy, I literally could not see him coming. He came out of nowhere, and we almost collided. Thankfully, we were going slowly, so we were able to stop. But that's why you need to keep your lights on so people see you coming. Again, if you don't have to leave the house, don't. But if you do, and look, we'll show you again here. There's a lot of people out here on the road. So look, we know people have to go to work. I get you. I understand. So if that's where you're going, that's okay. Just, we got people with their lights on, so I don't know, maybe they're listening.
Well, and your picture, Kristen, is showing us what our viewers already know, and that is Lee Goldberg and his team and Jeff Smith just a few minutes ago saying exactly where the storm is going. Yep. And Suffolk County, eastern end of Long Island, is going to get hit still, with the hardest of it apparently going till 5 o'clock tonight. And so, our AccuWeather team right on the numbers as well. Kristen Thorne out there in Dix Hills.
State of emergency still in effect there. And this is a live picture right now. This is right on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. And as you can see, conditions here considerably better than they were just a few hours ago, with the worst of this storm, as AccuWeather and our team of meteorologists predicted, stopping around 1 o'clock this afternoon. And look at it right there. Not too bad out. And, as we have seen throughout this entire storm, the city has not shut down. People have been out and about, walking and driving slowly, but, business as usual here in New York City.
I was out this morning early, and I left about 8:45, and there were very few people on the street, very few cars. And by the time I came in, around 11:45 or noon today, this is what we saw. Just people on the street, people shoveling, obviously. You know, Lee made a very big point yesterday of saying, you know, make sure you get your driveways and your walkways and your sidewalks cleared and your steps, because it's going to freeze up. And that's what people are doing all over the city, shoveling while they can, especially as predicted. This stuff is out of here, out of the 5 boroughs, at least most of the 5 boroughs, and moving towards the east and north, and people are taking advantage of that. And clearly a lot of cars in the street.
Yeah, and here in New York City, you have 2 or 3 hours to clear the snow from your stoop.
You know, I think it's 3 hours, but I'm going to check on that. I'll look that up.
A couple of hours to clear the snow from your stoop. And as Tim Fleischer told us, do not put that snow back into the street, because then you could be fined $300. You need to remove the snow altogether, just like these guys are right here, right in front of our
piling it up. We have to have a clear walkway.
Yes.
And the problem there is going to be, when it freezes up, that's going to be very icy. So
yeah, and they're working hard.
All right, let's go out to New Jersey. We have Anthony Johnson, New Jersey reporter Anthony Johnson, is in another road cam 7. He is in the Bergen County borough of Franklin Lakes on 287. And so that's where you were, looking at this accident. Tell us what happened there, AJ.
Okay, so we got multiple things happening here, Bill. You see the Franklin Lakes police car right in front of us to the right. That's blocking the entrance to 287 northbound, because we understand we have 3 jackknife tractor trailers on 287 northbound, so it's going to be a while before the roadway is clear. Now, right in front of us, you see the county hazmat unit. That's backing up because we have a fuel spill right here at this location. There is a Western Express trailer right in front of us, and we understand that trailer had a fuel spill, and you can smell the diesel fuel out here on the roadway, so it's blocking up everything. 1 lane of traffic, but only going to southbound out here on 287. So you talked about all those tractor trailers that are lined up on the side of the road. Well, the reason they're lined up out there, those are all the tractor trailers that are waiting to go northbound on 287. As a matter of fact, a few moments ago, I was talking to one driver. He's trying to get up to Massachusetts. Now, you see the firefighter slowing people down. He's trying to get up to Massachusetts, that trucker was telling me. So he was looking for an alternate route. Basically, what I've told him to do, he basically has to pass by this zone of traffic, then make a U-turn, come back, go south on 208, get on Route 4, get on 17 north, and that way you can avoid this entire area. But everyone else is probably going to stay here. And I can tell you, if there are 3 jackknife tractor trailers up there, depending on the condition, we can't even get anywhere close because they're 3 miles away. It's going to be quite a while before northbound 287 is reopened. Now, you can see these emergency workers. They're out there doing the job. Temperatures are getting colder out there, but they're dealing with these conditions. And yes, you can see the blacktop on the road, but let's be honest, folks, as the temperatures drop, that blacktop will just turn to ice. So those road conditions will become even more treacherous as the afternoon goes on. So basically, that's what you're looking at out here at the scene. Those trucks keep backing up, pulling off to the side of the road. As a matter of fact, behind us, we have probably a couple of miles of tractor trailers just waiting to get on 287 north. But what it looks like here, it'll be at least an hour, maybe a couple of hours before they're able to proceed. So anybody coming in this direction, if you're out here driving, which we told you you probably shouldn't do, but if you're out here driving in this direction, avoid this area because it won't be open for quite a while, and emergency crews are going to be out here on the scene for quite a long time. So that's what you're looking at in that picture right there.
What a mess.
A lot of activity and a lot of action.
Anthony, I apologize if you mentioned this, but why is that SUV blocking that off-ramp?
Okay, so that's what we were telling you. That's the Franklin Lakes Police Department making sure that nobody gets on 287 right here at this location. We just moved up to the front. You know, I'm with TC, so it didn't really matter how far back we were. We're going to make our way to the front.
Well, it's TC,
and
that's why.
you can see that right here. Yeah, so that's it. That's the reason why. And we made our way to the front where the officer said you can't go any further. He was very polite, very kind, but he said I can't allow you to proceed any further because those emergency crews are up there trying to go ahead and get those jackknife tractor trailers righted at this point in time. So 287 could be open now. Bill, we had traveled on 287 about 2 hours ago.
I remember.
There was no one on the road at that point in time. And conditions were just barely passable at that point. So if they've traveled on the roads, and those kinds of driving conditions, we can understand why there were jackknife tractor trailers. And anybody, if you've ever driven in this section of North Jersey, it is very hilly, so the road goes up and down, and all you need is one of them to lose control, and it can create quite a problem. And apparently it has this afternoon. Once again, 3 jackknife tractor trailers northbound 287. So that's why this Franklin Lakes police officer has the entrance ramp blocked off. And the same happens if you're going on the other direction trying to get on 287. So it's a mess all around this area.
Hey, Anthony, how many tractor trailers are lined up on the other side of the highway there? Because it looks like it stretches all the way back.
We see about 4 or 5, AJ.
Yeah, it does. The number probably at this point in time, when we passed it, it looked like it was dozens. So I'm assuming in the time that we've been here, maybe as many as 100 of them. Like I said, one of the drivers got out. He was talking to me for a little bit. He's trying to make his way up to Massachusetts, so I gave him my alternate route to try to get there. Hopefully he'll be able to find it, because he just couldn't wait the 2 hours possibly right here at this stop to be able to go ahead. Now, we see that they're cleaning up where the fire engine is located. This is where the fuel spill was, so apparently they have cleaned that portion of this scene up. So they'll be opening where 208 goes to 287 southbound. This will be more open apparently in a few minutes, but the fuel smell is still very strong in this area. But that accident appears to be going away. Still, the problem here is going northbound on 287.
And we're looking at your windshield, and that looks like it's just wind-blown flurries that are coming from the trees and stuff, not so much snow anymore, right?
Yeah, it's not like it was a few hours ago. The situation rapidly improved, and it was pretty much right on time with the weather forecast that we had. Starting around 12:30, it looked like 1 o'clock. Conditions out here rapidly improved, and they talked about it improving from west to east. So that's exactly what we see. I would estimate and guesstimate purely that they might have 6 to 8 inches of snow out here, but this is that slushy stuff. This is that icy stuff. This is the stuff we always tell you to use extra caution when out here driving. We didn't see a lot of traffic out here this morning, so the good thing was the crews, the road crews, able to do a yeoman job moving the snow off of the roadways, especially the major roadways. You're looking at 208 in front of us off to the left. That's down to the blacktop. They did a great job clearing that. They've actually done a great job on several other roadways. We were on Route 80. The situation out there, that's when we started to see it get to the blacktop. Much improved, but you can still see that in certain areas there's a lot of slippery roadways. And once again, you see those tractor trailers still coming up, lining up, trying to figure out another way to get around this incident out here on 287.
And the fire truck, while you were talking, did finish the cleanup there for that fuel spill and move ahead. But a quadrangle, geographically speaking, of problems on those highways as they interchange and interconnect. Anthony Johnson, our New Jersey reporter, on 287 in Franklin Lakes, in Bergen County. AJ, thank you very much for that. Well, we talked a little bit about the sweeping rules in New York City. If we can, Andy, if we can show a shot on the Upper West Side where these guys are still sweeping up outside and they've cleared the sidewalk in front of the ABC studios. And the rules are kind of complicated, but basically you have between whatever the timing of the snowfall stops, depending, between 4 and 14 hours. If it's during the day, you have 4 hours. Later at night, you have 14 hours to clean your sidewalks, the public sidewalks, so that people don't slip and fall and get lost in all that slipperiness. 4 hours during the day, basically, 14 hours if it's overnight. Those are the rules. You can Google that. I just Googled how much time do we have to sweep the sidewalks for snow in New York City.
Right, and we wanted to clarify that for you. All right, from Manhattan, we're going to head out to Long Island now, and Stacey Sager. And Stacey, before we talk to you, I do just want to say, oh wow, that power outages were a real problem, primarily in Suffolk County. There were about 22,000 power outages, but now there are about 6,000 power outages. So that is an improving situation. However, it does not appear that the conditions there are improving all that much.
No, conditions are definitely not rapidly improving here in Nassau County. In fact, the wind was gusting a short time ago while we were standing by, and I kind of had to plant my feet down into the ground here. You can see the accumulation here. We are on South Oyster Bay Road and Old Country Road here in Plainview, where we are definitely seeing cars out and about, of course not in large numbers. A lot of trucks, just people doing their jobs today. The nice bus line here in Nassau County, we've seen a number of nice buses, and unfortunately we've also seen a few people clowning around out here. We saw somebody, you know, skidding their car basically on purpose out here on South Oyster Bay Road a short while ago, which is something, of course, you don't want to do. We had some varying numbers of power outages, many of them on the North Fork of Long Island, and as to be expected, the number of car accidents is steadily increasing because as the day has gone on and more people have decided to get out here on the roads. You can see most people here, you know, have four-wheel drive, fortunately for them, but the day started out with about 9 car accidents. Now it's up to 45 car accidents, so in Nassau County alone. So you can see that obviously it's a situation. The county executive has urged people to call the county's non-emergency number if they're having issues in their community, things like downed trees or power problems. Try to keep the 911 lines open for emergency vehicles. Also, of course, trying to stay off the road to keep it available to ambulances. And yes, we saw one of those go by as well. We do not see blacktop out here. You heard Kristen Thorne mention that Governor Cuomo is coming out shortly to Long Island, and he will be assessing the situation. The Long Island Expressway remains open at this point. But, you know, there were several multi-car accidents earlier and portions of it were closed down. So if you don't have to get on the Long Island Expressway, you should just stay off the roads entirely. We know the temperature is dropping because the snow doesn't feel soft anymore when it whacks into your face. So it's blowing sideways. It's still snowing quite hard out here. So this storm is really far from over in Nassau County, and we would advise people just to stay inside. It's definitely worse than it was even an hour ago.
Stacey Sager, where it is in fact still blowing, and we expect it to blow for a while. Nassau County, Suffolk County is still getting the worst of it. Not that many miles away from where you are, very different scene. Lots of blacktop in Queens at LaGuardia Airport. Flights are still canceled, and it's going to be a real mess. One interesting thing here. Yes. A lot of participants and artists who live in New York going to the Grammy Awards this weekend. They're supposed to fly out tomorrow.
Oh.
Will they be able to get out?
Very
with
good point.
3,000 flights or something canceled, whatever it's been.
Nationwide, yeah.
Nationwide, and hundreds and hundreds in our area. Look at that.
And I believe there's still a ground stop at JFK. Right. They had started that a couple of hours ago, primarily because of all the winds and everything like that. So, you know, flights are not going anywhere now.
Anyway, whether the ground stop or not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Jeff Smith. And Jeff, you know, you guys called it. You said things are going to be lightening up around 1 o'clock here in the city, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I just saw Lee Goldberg. He said this storm is staying within its lane. I mean, this storm is really behaving well. 27 right now in New York City. The snow beginning to taper off again from west to east gradually across the area. But you just saw Stacey Sager getting pummeled on parts of Long Island. You saw Kristen Thorne earlier getting pummeled in Suffolk County, and those areas will continue to get hit hard during the next several hours, and blizzard conditions, in fact, will continue there probably through about 5 or 6 p.m. with localized whiteouts. 8 to 12 inches. Generally across the area, much of this has already fallen from New York City and points west. You still have a few more inches to go over parts of Long Island, especially the eastern half of Long Island, and that will put your totals over a foot, maybe well over a foot in some cases. Check out the winds really kicking up now. Gusting up near 30 miles per hour in the city, but then you head out onto the island, 46 miles per hour at Islip, 47 miles per hour at Montauk. If you get winds gusting up and over 35 miles per hour for 3 consecutive hours, along with heavy snow, guess what that's called? That's called a blizzard, and we have a blizzard warning in effect. Suffolk County, Nassau County, right through 6 p.m. It's a winter storm warning for the rest of the area. Even as the snowfall intensity tapers off over Long Island as we head into the mid and late afternoon, the snow will just continue blowing and drifting like crazy out there, with that wind continuing to gust up to 40 and 50 miles per hour at times. Here's that radar picture. And just when we thought the back edge of the snow was kind of racing in toward New York City, it filled in a little bit. You heard Tim Fleischer in Bayside, Queens, talking about the snowfall ramping up a little bit in intensity. So yes, there could be a coating to an inch or so in this area right across the 5 boroughs, down through parts of the Jersey Shore. But the back edge is over Morris County right now. and it's gradually working its way off to the east. Different story over, again, Long Island. You have to get through all this snow that we're getting over New York City. That's going to move over Long Island during the next several hours, and it'll probably intensify a bit as it does so. Here are some of the snowfall reports we've had so far, some of the latest ones. This as of 12:45 p.m. Comac, a foot of snow. Check this out, Plainview. That's where Stacey Sager was, a foot of snow there. So easily surpassing a foot over much of Long Island. Central Park finally checking in with an official observation, 9 inches at the Conservancy. LaGuardia Airport getting 9.5. One thing that's interesting about LaGuardia, earlier they had 3 inches of snow in 1 hour. So the intensity of this storm cannot be overestimated. Newark Airport, 7.7 inches of snow. Fairfield, Connecticut, 11.5 inches. So that really heavy band extended into parts of coastal Connecticut as well. It continues to snow there. Here's our futurecast. 3 p.m. You see the last flakes kind of right over New York City by that point. Still getting some steady to heavy snow over parts of Long Island. By 6 p.m. it really starts winding down even over the island. But the wind will continue. And look at temperatures overnight, dropping into the teens. That means, the chemicals that treat the roadways have a tough time working with temperatures that low. So there'll be icy spots all over the place overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. Here's our futurecast. Wind gusts, winds remain strong over the island right through the afternoon. That's why we still have that blizzard warning in effect. That will lower visibilities down to 1/8 of a mile, down to near 0 at times. And then overnight tonight, the wind tapers off a little bit, but still pretty gusty right through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, gusting over 20 miles per hour on the island. So to sum it up for you, snow gradually tapering off from west to east, but blizzard conditions over eastern Long Island continuing through about 5 or 6 p.m. Again, that widespread 8 to 12 inches, but easily over a foot in some areas north and east of New York City, especially over Suffolk County. Stay off the roads. It's going to be bad out there the farther east that you head. Bill, Liz?
All right, Jeffrey. As predicted, as you guys predicted. I love your slogan and Lee's slogan. It's staying in the lane like a good dog. Good dog. Good storm.
We're going to get hit with a big storm. That's exactly what we want to see.
By the way, let me just say, you're looking at the Toad Hill section of New Jersey again. New Jersey again. Okay. I was going to say Josh Einiger cleaned off his windshield, and so did John Lyles. But this is Anthony Johnson's car, I believe. And the roads are, the secondary roads are plowed, but there's not a lot of blacktop on there. So you guys can slow down. It's okay. And just drive carefully. And everyone should as well. The other Road Cam 7 is staffed by our Josh Einiger.
There we go.
He's looking at himself with his blue jacket. We are anyway. We're looking at yourself. And I just want to see your windshield. Make sure you cleaned it off.
Well, I have news for you. Breaking news. Are you ready?
Is it clear? Look at that. It's nice and clear.
Yeah, you did that for John Lyles. I know you did.
There you go.
Yeah.
Photographer, yes. Well, yes. Well, no. John Lyles had to establish his credibility back, and he felt bad. He wanted to get out and make it. But it's, in fairness, we're a really tall vehicle here, right? So whenever we stop, snow falls down off the roof onto the hood. So we're not driving terribly fast around these little side streets now. But why don't we start moving? We're in the Toad Hill section of Staten Island, which these are the roads that you would imagine would be served by those smaller snow plows that the sanitation is talking about. They've been doing a pretty good job. I mean, there is a blacktop that you can see. Up ahead is, one of the garbage trucks, the full-size plows that's sitting there. It's been sitting there for a little while. Maybe, John, you want to turn right here. This is an even smaller road, and we can see how this looks. Look, things seem to be ratcheting down, just as the AccuWeather guys predicted. Things are, slowly moving out, certainly of this part of the city here in Staten Island, and people are out and about now, starting to shovel off their walks, and you can see actually the snow that's in the street here that we're passing over right now. Some of this is from the drifting, the blowing and drifting snow. Other of it is from people shoveling their walks or emptying out the snow off the top of their cars, and then they stick it in the middle of the street. And that's something that city, here's a guy doing that to his car right now. You gotta clean off your car, and you've gotta obviously clear off your sidewalks, and a snow blower here on our left here. I don't know if you could see him. But at the same time, the city really would prefer that you not do that, at least until they're able to get kind of a little bit farther ahead of the game in terms of clearing off the streets. Because, of course, the more you blow snow back into the street, as these people are all doing, the more it looks like this as we're driving over. And then it's sort of harder for the city to come in, then it'll freeze, it'll get harder for them to clear. And then people will be upset. So the city, I remember this from last year when they had a lot of problems in certain neighborhoods in Queens. Now, here's a street that you could see, it's still a little messy. But not impassable. There's a guy with a pickup truck who's, I guess, doing some snow blowing. These are really small streets, though, Bill and Liz, here in the Toad Hill section of Staten Island. They're hilly, not, probably easy to drive in this kind of weather, really, with only about an inch of snow, much less, the half a foot to, maybe 8-10 inches that we see here. Bill, Liz?
Certainly, they're drivable. They may not be completely clear, but that's certainly a whole lot better than what we saw in last year's blizzard when the streets were completely impassable. All right, Josh Einiger, John Lyles.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, keep us posted, especially on those small streets.
I'm sorry, Liz. I'm sorry. I was just going to say, to make that point again, what you just said. I mean, it is night and day. A lot of these small streets were in really terrible shape last year, and you kind of hope that people will refrain from throwing snow back into the street, let the sanitation department get another couple of passes here, because when it gets colder, it'll be that much harder to clear the street, and of course that makes it harder for them.
And as Jeff Smith just pointed out a couple of minutes ago, Josh, I don't know if you heard him, but the colder it gets, when it's in the teens like that, and the low 20s, some of those chemicals just don't work as well. So it can be very treacherous. And we're not out of this. I mean, tonight is going to be, and the morning commute tomorrow is going to be pretty tough and very dangerous, in terms of all this ice. All right, Josh Einiger in the Toad Hill section of Staten Island, looking at these small roads and how they're plowed, and they're doing a good job right there.
Yeah, joining us right now on the phone is Steve Coleman. He was with the Port Authority. Steve, it's Liz Cho and Bill Ritter. Can you hear us?
Sure. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. Can you tell us the very latest? I think the last that we had heard, there were about 1,800 flights canceled.
The number of cancellations continues to go up. The most recent number we have is about 2,300. We're hoping that the storm winds down shortly so that we can start getting some flight activity back up and running at the airports. We've got crews out there trying to get the runways clear and get ready. So as soon as the storm subsides a little bit, we can try to get some flights up.
I know that you're not with the FAA, but Liz was just talking about a ground stop at JFK. We're looking at a picture over your voice of LaGuardia Airport, and the Grand Central is moving pretty well. That they've cleared the snow there. But what's the difference if there are no flights taking off or coming in, and then there's an actual ground stop? For the average person, that doesn't make much of a difference, right?
Yeah, well, ground stop basically means there's no flight activity in and out. But in reality, there's been a lot of flights canceled at all these airports, too. So, even if, there was no ground stop, there probably would be very limited flight activity anyway.
All right. How about the bridges and tunnels?
Bridges and tunnels seem to be doing well. We have 25-mile-an-hour speed restrictions at all of the crossings as a precaution. Most of the crossings are down to blacktop or in fairly good condition. It's just the wind conditions that are keeping the speeds down. But we're hoping that when the storm subsides later today, that all the crossings will be fine.
The nice thing is that there was a lot of discussion about whether or not roads would be closed and this and the other thing. And the governor both governors had talked extensively about the possibility about that. But obviously, that does not appear to be that type of situation right now.
No, I mean all of our crossings are opened. Our pass system is running on schedule or fairly close to schedule. The airports are open, albeit with these cancellations that that are done because of weather conditions. So, for the most part, other than the airports, we're in fairly good shape.
And how do you think people have responded to the, we're looking at a picture of the GW right now. It just doesn't seem to have much traffic at all. I know you said 25-mile-an-hour speed limit on there, but I don't think there's 25 cars on there.
Right. I think we heard earlier today that the morning rush hour traffic at all of the crossings was extremely light. So I think people heeded the warnings today. They stayed home and they let us do our job, and hopefully tomorrow will be as much of a normal commute as possible.
So as this is a tough storm because of the timing. I think the word got out, and I do think we've seen this example everywhere, Mr. Coleman, that people have just abided by the warnings of all the governors and all the mayors of the cities in the tri-state to just stay off the roads if they can.
Yeah, I think that's true, because not only at on the bridges and tunnels, but at the airports we've had very few reports of any stranded passengers. So I think people, followed what we tell them to do and call their airline in advance and don't go to the airport unless they're 100% certain that there will be a flight for them to get on.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. All right, Steve Coleman with Port Authority, we appreciate you taking the time and giving us a quick update on the situation out there.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks.
Let's head back out to our reporters out in it. Marcus Solis has been in Rockland County, Nanuet, all morning for us. And, well, Marcus, we want to take a look at you and see what you look like. And you know what? It's just a lot better than it was a couple hours ago. We can see your face.
Yes. It is snowing. It's pick your poison, right? Before, the snow was blowing in your face. It was, hard to see, poor visibility. Now it's cold, and when the wind blows, we're really feeling the wind chill. Now, the roadways, the good and the bad. There are certainly more lanes of blacktop visible there, but there is a slushy mess but left behind. And as we've been talking about, the concern is how much will they be able to clear before things start to freeze and get even more difficult. Rockland County remains under a state of emergency. That means that non-essential travel is really prohibited on county roads and local roads, on all the roads, basically. This is a state road, and we've seen the New York State DOT trucks plowing and trying to keep up with it. And now that the heavy accumulating snow is done, they are really trying to keep up with it. And Kevin, my photographer, Kevin Pultz, we've got a snow plow coming here, and we'll see the effects of it as they try and clear Route 59, which runs east to west here in Rockland County. You see cars right behind it. That's the other thing. They say not only stay off the roads, but if you're behind a plow, give them some space, keep your distance. And that guy is just clearly tailgating and trying to get around the snow plow. Really, the stuff that people are told to try and not do. Look at that. They are just encroaching him, just on his tail. And it is that's what really makes it difficult for those snowplow operators. Everybody is in a rush. Everybody wants the roads clear. Everybody needs to get back to work, and that. But you can understand really the plea by officials to keep things clear so that they can try and do their job. And you can see some of the difficulties there. We're in a commercial lot here too, and the plow operators, the private operators, they've been busy. You can see a huge mountain of snow that they've pushed off there as they try and clear these businesses for when it is time to reopen, so that the employees can come, the shoppers can come. But that's all down the road. Right now, the travel ban remains in effect. The plea is to please stay off the roads, let the people do their job. There is no mass transit either in Rockland County or Westchester County. Bus service has been suspended until further notice. And that's the latest here from Nanuet.
Traffic Sergeant Marcus Solis calling out the driver, rightly so, for tailgating, really, the snow truck.
If only I had my ticket book ready.
Right? I'm sure authorities up there would appreciate that one.
Well, we appreciated it. And, there's another thing, too. There were several cars, and I don't want to be, too nitpicky, but, having all that snow on top of your roof is a hazard in and of itself. And, oh, by the way, it's against the law. Right, Marcus?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We see that all the time. And it's really going to happen now when it gets colder and it gets crusty.
Yes.
And then you hit a bump and it starts to fly off in sheets. Now it's still just snow and it kind of just, slides off. But in the coming days, if you don't clear it, that's when it gets really dangerous.
Exactly.
Real hazard. Okay,
exactly.
Marcus.
Good reminder.
Thank you, Marcus.
Marcus, thank you. Well, as Marcus was telling, there's no bus service up in that part of the area in Rockland County. Also, as we heard from Governor Cuomo earlier today, LIRR, Metro North, New York Transit, very light commuters happening this morning, and we want to go ahead and check in with Debbie Duhame about the roads and how everything is looking now. But it seems as though most people heeded the warnings and stayed at home today, Debbie.
They did, Liz, that's for sure. But we'll tell you about some of the problem spots out there. I know Anthony Johnson's been out there this afternoon telling us about 287. As we highlight the maps, 287 remains closed as you head northbound. This is also a look right now as you head over to the island. Again, here to the maps, 287 northbound remains closed by exit 59 up through Franklin Lakes. Again, that's the problems involving several jackknife tractor trailers, so all lanes remain closed there. Definitely want to avoid that. Close to that area, over on Skyline Drive, it's still closed between Oakland and Ringwood, with treacherous conditions reported there still as well. Now, on the New York State Thruway northbound, exit 16, getting up toward Harriman, that's an accident as well. Over at the Tappan Zee Bridge, speeds reduced to 45 miles per hour. Up at the Newburgh Beacon Bridge, speeds down to 35 miles per hour. Again, in Rockland County, that state of emergency, treacherous roads. Please be careful. LIRR, 30-minute delays system-wide. Metro North, we're seeing delays of 30 minutes on the Hudson line with mechanical problems, and 25-minute delays on the New Haven line with ongoing switching problems. New Jersey Transit, 15-minute delays system-wide. Now, the 1, 2, and 3 back on schedule after some earlier problems. B and D still seeing delays with signal problems. Let's see what's happening here over in Connecticut. 95 southbound, that's busy now down by exit 20 into Fairfield. getting reports of an accident there as well. Again, delays, expect delays throughout the day at the airports. Again, you do have that ground stop at Kennedy, LaGuardia, Newark 5.5 on arrivals. And if you're heading to the island, this problem on 25A at 110 in Huntington, a plow truck went right into a pole. Let's go out to our cameras right now. I want to show you a look right now at the Northern State Parkway. If we can go out to the cameras, Northern State Parkway, you can see blacktop, but you can see how difficult the traveling is here on the island, so you definitely want to use caution. Also, a look at the Southern State, very tough here on the Southern State, getting out toward Robert Moses Causeway. So again, please use extreme caution, especially here on the island. We'll also take a look at the Meadowbrook. Over at the Meadowbrook, as you head up toward the area of M1, watch out for some treacherous conditions as well. And finally, a look at the LIE getting out through Nassau County. Things are moving a little bit better through that stretch. And again, alternate side parking rules are suspended. Please take it very slowly traveling around. Back over to you.
Boy,
Liz.
Debbie, there's just on that Meadowbrook and the Southern State, it's all snow. There's no blacktop in one of those lanes at all. That's just very difficult to drive in. There's no question.
Yeah.
All right, keep us posted.
You can certainly see how this storm has progressed as we saw those pictures from New Jersey. And now you're looking at live pictures from our Brooklyn cam. Here, you can still see some flakes there. You can see it is awfully gloomy out there still.
And fog, low ceiling, obviously. But it's not the same kind of snow that it was a couple hours ago. And as Lee and Jeff have been reporting, you know, they said they predicted it would get out here by 1. I don't know, guys, and you can tell us maybe, is that just wind or is that actually some snowflakes, Lee?
No, it's snowing.
It's snowing.
It's still snowing.
Visibility's better. Just
Got it. Okay.
And we should just one more issue about New York City. We should say that alternate side of the street parking, it has been suspended through Saturday.
Shocker. It's going to be suspended for a while. It's people who are not going to dig out their cars for quite a while. Speaking of cars, remember that quadrangle of problem out in New Jersey?
Yes.
The Franklin Lakes, Mahwah area, the whole I-287 with the fuel spills, and they were blocking everything off.
Jackknife tractor trailers.
100 trailers, Anthony Johnson said. We saw 5, but he got a better view. He's now pulled off, and these roads are not exactly full blacktop either. Anthony, tell us where you are. We understand you're in Mahwah, but exactly where? You're trying to sort of make your way back to I-287 and see what the story is?
Well, Bill, just a few seconds ago, we pulled up on an overpass. We are literally about 100 yards from where the accident occurred on the northbound side of 287. It is quite a mess out here. We can tell you just looking at the view that there's not going to be any traffic going northbound on 287 for quite a while. We're going to try to actually set up one of our live truck cameras so we can go ahead and give you a view of it. This is an excellent view of the situation, but let me describe it to you, because what you're looking at on our road cam is just coming through some of the secondary roads as we tried to find our way to 287, and then we are now at this location. TC, who drove us to here, is now going to try to set up a live camera. So we have state police here, we have a Bergen County hazmat unit here, we have a tractor trailer stretched all the way across the highway. Apparently there were 2 other tractor trailers that were involved in this accident. One is actually pointing in the opposite direction on the highway. It should be going what from this location would be a northwest direction, but it's pointed completely in the opposite direction. So we were told that this was going to take a long time to go ahead and fix it up. We can see right now that this is going to take quite some time before that's even done. TC, do we think we'll be able to set up another DeGiro? We're trying to set that up as I'm talking to you right now, Bill. But this is a very terrible situation. I can look at the road conditions on southbound 287. It looks like it's down to the blacktop, but on that northbound side, it looks like they weren't able to do all the work they needed to do to clean that off. And for some reason, this vehicle literally just slid all the way down, and like I said, it is across the entire highway. As a matter of fact, the cab is sitting on the guardrail over the 3rd lane, and the whole back of the trailer is now stretched out all across. Luckily, it didn't flip over. We haven't gotten any reports of injuries at this point, but I wouldn't be surprised if that were certainly the case. But it is a mess out here on 287. Tow trucks are out here on the scene, but they haven't even tried to start moving that vehicle. I don't see anything attached to it at this point in time. So what we're going to bring up very shortly, we're going to try to get it set up on the camera so you could see this accident scene. But it took us a while to try to find out exactly where it was. And then all of a sudden, as you were coming to us, we pulled up on this scene. So we're trying to get everything set up right now.
Let's do that.
Now, these secondary roads.
Let's do that, Anthony.
And tell them rim 38. If we do rim 38, we're going to be good as far as setting up this picture so you guys could see it, Bill, because you need to see this accident because you could see what I'm talking about this going to be out here for quite some time.
Good. So we'd like you to do that. In fact, we're getting it from our desk to say, tell Anthony, we want to see that picture as soon as you can to get TC and you to work on this.
And we're setting it up right now.
Beautiful.
We are setting it up. It's happening live, and this is live television. We're trying to get it all set up.
I know you are.
TC, who's been incredible out here getting us around, brought us to this location.
Let us know.
So very shortly, you should be able to see that picture. What's the status on this, TC? He said it should be coming up very, very shortly.
I'm giving
Bill.
it all I can, Captain.
You're going to see these guys out here.
We will stay with you, Anthony. Hopefully that picture will be coming up.
We can come
He's
back to
trying
you.
to set it up right now.
We can come back to you. We want to show you.
Okay, if you want to come back to us, we'll be back to you in just a few seconds here. You'll see what we're talking about, all right?
Okay, we do want to show you one picture that we do have set up. That is Brooklyn. But we also have a picture from Dix Hills where the governor, there it is right there. You can see the podium right there. Governor Cuomo is now on his way out to Long Island. He's expected to have a news conference and an update on the situation on Long Island coming up in just a few minutes around 2 o'clock this afternoon. And as soon as the governor steps to the podium, we, of course, are going to bring it to you.
Also in the car for us, again, Josh Einiger on Staten Island with his photographer, John Fries and John Lyles. And you're in the New Dorp section, I am told. You're looking at the smaller streets, the tertiary streets, and making sure they are plowed. How's it look out there, Josh?
Well, we've now made it into the New Dorp section, as you say, Bill. This is Cranford Avenue. You can see it's a little slushy. I mean, this is probably one of the less well cleaned off streets that we've seen. A big reason is you could see these snow blower guys who are here blowing snow off the sidewalks and from around their cars, and they're dumping it into the street, which, of course, as I said before, makes it a little bit more difficult for the sanitation department. But then again, people want to get to their cars. But the streets have been, this is not impassable. I mean, we're in a big truck that, it has rear-wheel drive and doesn't really want to get going in deep snow. We're moving along pretty well. All that having been said, it's still not that easy to stop when you are driving in situations like this. So that's why a lot of people are heeding the warnings, the advice to stay off the streets. We have not yet seen one of these, mythical small snow plows that the city invested in over the past year that are working the roads in neighborhoods like this one with narrow streets that are difficult for the big garbage trucks to navigate. We haven't seen them yet. We've been looking because I want to get a shot of it and see what it looks like, if nothing else. At the same time, I will say we haven't seen any accidents to speak of. Nothing bad, nothing like what Anthony was describing, which certainly sounds pretty horrific. And that's a good thing. People are heeding the advice, staying off the roads. And of course, these are small, as we say, tertiary streets, secondary, small neighborhood streets where people aren't really going all that fast. They're out and about, not at work, cleaning off their cars, and it's kind of fun probably for them. Bill, Liz?
All right, Josh, situation not looking all that bad out there. Not seeing a whole ton of people. You see them kind of shoveling the ends of their driveways and stuff. Like, don't see a whole lot of kids out there playing in the snow.
And they're waving.
Yet.
There goes Road Camp 7. It's Josh Einiger.
Josh, roll down the window, stick your head outside and wave back.
Right, we're like the welcome addition. It's sort of like the ice cream truck driving through here with this giant Eyewitness News van, and they see us and they wave. They're happy to see us, and then we move on. We'll probably stop at the next stop and try to talk to some people too, but technically we got to figure out whether we're driving or we're walking.
That's a very good point.
Talking to people, so we'll figure that out.
Well, you're on Road Cam. Keep that in mind. Josh Einiger. Thanks, Josh, in the New Dorp section of Staten Island.
All right, from Staten Island, we're going to head back out to New Jersey. And Darla Miles, she's in Parsippany. Darla, situation looking pretty good there.
It actually looks really good. I'm going to show you what the roads look like. A lot of people have stayed off the roads, Liz, so they've really been able to hit the roads. Look at the cars passing. Complete blacktop here in Parsippany. This is where we are. We're at the intersection of 287 South and 46. And as you can see, cars are moving by without a lot of problem, but you still see lots of the accumulation in the median. So they did get quite a bit of snow here. Again, not a lot of people on the roads. School's out, so again, they heeded the warning. And even we heard Bill talking about a pop of sunshine coming. I want my photographer, Dave Alter, to zoom in. You can see where we are at the back end of the storm. You can even see the blue sky popping out here. No sunshine, pardon me, but you can definitely see we're on the tail end of this storm. We're at a gas station, so we have people coming in, obviously getting their cars gassed up, still moving a little bit now that the roads are passable here. Again, the concern later on with the freezing, there's going to be a lot of water on the roads, lots of black ice. But the other concern, even though the roads are passable, we're going to do another 180 over here. Dave Alter, take a look at the flag, this flag here in front of the Wendy's restaurant. Do you see how that flag is whipping? The cold temperatures definitely smacking you in the face as hard as you see that flag blowing. So very, very windy here, even though the roads seem to be clearing up. The wind is very brutal, so when you come outside, it's going to smack you right in the face. Liz, Bill, back to you.
You have your own little flag indicator right there. I think you get the Hat of the Day award. The Hat of the Day award, hands down, Darla. It goes to you. Just great. That's
Darla,
awesome.
I have to tell you, when you showed us that blue sky, everyone in the studio went, oh, wow.
It's awesome. All right. Thank you, Darla.
Yeah,
Thanks.
well, the only thing, Liz, I wish there were warmer temperatures with the blue sky. There you go.
We hear you.
All right. Thank you, Darla.
Go warm up.
We wanted to show you a picture
Thanks, guys.
in Dix Hills, Suffolk County, Long Island. The microphones are there inside, it looks like, a station there, a sand station, a sanitation station, waiting for Governor Cuomo to give us an update on exactly what's happening out there. Our coverage is going to continue. We're going to have a little anchor change. Dave Navarro, Sade Banner-Wall will be in to relieve us for the next hour. Until then, be safe out there. We'll be right back.
Remember this?
Yes. Another bad report card.
I hate school.
We grounded you, got tutors.
Think I want to fail? That was us 20 years ago. Do you remember the fights?
Yes. Then we went to Huntington.
Things really turned around for you. Now your son really needs it.
You're right, Mom.
When your child is struggling in school, no matter what his or her age, Huntington can help. Get help now. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN and save $100. 1-800-CAN-LEARN.
Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey says it's final farewell. Experience the spectacle. Behold the wonder. Witness the greatest show on earth. One last time.
Be a part of the last curtain call for Out of This World at Barclays Center, February 23rd through March 3rd, and Prudential Center, March 9th through 12th.
It's only once a year. The President's Day sale at Raymore & Flanigan. Powerful savings throughout the store. Save up to 29% on stunning living rooms. Up to 22% on beautiful dining rooms. Up to $1,000 on select mattress sets. Plus no interest for 72 months. Guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less. Every